People said that a new person had appeared on the seafront, a lady with a little dog. Dmitri Gurov, who had by then been a fortnight at Yalta, spotted her walking on the promenade. A fair-haired young woman, medium height, wearing a béret, with a white Pomeranian running alongside her. And after that, he saw her several times a day. She was always walking alone, always wearing a béret, and always with the same white dog. No one knew who she was. She appears to be here alone, thought Gurov. Perhaps I might make her acquaintance. Though not yet 40, Gurov had a 12-year-old daughter and 2 sons at school in Moscow. He had married young to a tall, erect woman with dark eyebrows, staid and dignified. She regularly described herself as intelligent, but her husband secretly considered her narrow-minded. He was also afraid of her and did not like to be at home. Gurov had begun being regularly unfaithful to his wife long ago. Indeed, he generally had a low opinion of women, who he called the inferior sex. Despite this, he could not survive 2 consecutive days without them. In the society of men, he was cold and uncommunicative, but when he was in the company of women, he felt free and knew what to say to them and how to behave. In his appearance, his character, in his whole nature, there was an elusive quality that was attractive to women and disposed them in his favour. One evening, he was dining in the gardens when the lady in the béret sat down at the next table. He knew at a glance that she was married. Her expression, her gait, her dress, even the way she did her hair, confirmed that she was in Yalta for the first time, bored and alone. The thought of a swift, fleeting love affair, a romance with an unknown woman, suddenly possessed Gurov. He reached his hand down to the Pomeranian. The little dog growled and backed away from him. Blushing, his owner mumbled an apology. "He doesn't bite," she added. "May I give him a bone?" he asked. When she nodded, he said, "Have you been long in Yalta?" 5 days, she said. "And I have already dragged out a fortnight here." They laughed, and there was a brief silence. "Time goes fast, and yet it is so dull here," she said, not looking at him. They both continued eating in silence like strangers, but after dinner they walked side by side, and there sprang up between them the light, jesting conversation of people who are free and satisfied, to whom it does not matter where they go or what they talk about. They walked and talked of the strange light on the sea, the golden streak from the moon upon it. Then they spoke about themselves. Gurov told her that he came from Moscow and had taken an arts degree, but now worked in a bank. That he once trained as an opera singer, but had given it up. That he owned 2 houses in Moscow. "I grew up in Petersburg," the lady told him, "but I've lived in a small town since I got married. So that's 2 years now." "How long will you be staying here in Yalta?" "Another month or so. Then my husband, he may come to collect me. You see, he's a civil servant, and it depends on his schedule." And Gurov learnt too that she was called Anna Sergeyevna. Afterwards, he thought about her in his room at the hotel, thought she would certainly meet him next day. It would be sure to happen. As he got into bed, he thought how recently she had been a girl at school, doing lessons like his own daughter. There's something pathetic about her, anyway. A week later, there was a national holiday on the hottest day of the year. Out on the streets, a windstorm whirled dust around and blew hats off promenaders. Tourists retreated to crowded, humid cafes where they drank cold water and ate ice cream. In the evening, when the wind eased a little, Gurov and Anna joined the crowd gathering in the harbour to greet the arrival of a passenger steamer. Many of the men were in military uniform, while the ladies carried bouquets to welcome their friends and relations. The ship, delayed by the rough sea, did not arrive until after the sun had set. Anna Sergeyevna excitedly watched the passengers disembark through her little opera glasses. When she turned to Gurov, her eyes were shining and she asked a series of random, disconnected questions. After a while, the light from the steamer dimmed and the festive crowd dispersed. But they remained, standing there. "It's a little cooler this evening," he said. "Shall we drive somewhere?" Before she could answer, he put his arm around her and kissed her on the lips, breathing in the moist fragrance of the flowers. Glancing around to confirm that nobody had seen them, he said softly, "Let's go to your hotel."
Не поехать ли нам куда-нибудь?